Afternoon. Been a minute since we played last. We are in St. Louis. It's in Missouri. Goal is to win as much money as humanly possible, but not until after I pee. Welcome back, everybody. This is the first hand of the session from a Mirror Star where I have pocket sixes and I raised to $30 because that is a hand that I want to see a flop with and I don't want to just limp and be a wussy pants. So I make the raise to 30, but then the button comes over the top at 125. Now here's what you gotta know, is he was kind of like my enemy. You know how like there's a good guy and there's a bad guy? You know, in most stories? Well, in this story, I'm the good guy, and the button, who's going to be my arch nemesis for most of the vlog, he's the bad guy. That is to say that you actually like me, because if you don't like me, then I guess I would be the bad guy. But I wouldn't expect you to watch my video if you didn't like me. I don't watch videos of people that I don't like, so it wouldn't make any sense for you to. Where are we? On a turn? There's a turn's an ace. Oh, that's right. I went check, check, because I didn't want to scare him off. So I check again, because this ace should just smoke his range, guys. He bets 150, and that's a cool bet. I think I should call. So I do. I make the call. I'm going to try to get that safe river card. And the river card is the 10 of diamonds, and that's a safe river card. There's a little bit of gamble when you just call that 150, and there's a lot of gamble checking the river here, too, because I could have bet, and then he would be like, "Whoa, what's he betting? That's weird. It doesn't make any sense." And then he might call me. Here I run the risk of it going check, check, which would be like the worst thing in the world. Fortunately, we don't have to deal with that. He makes it $325, which is a substantial bet. And then I'm going to think about it for a while. I'm not actually thinking about anything. What do they say in rounders? I'm just thinking of the mirage. That's what I'm doing. So I put it all in, 553. And now he claims after this hand that they had two pair. Yes, I did. I had two pair, and this is a cooler. No, you didn't, because I made it it's 325. It's 553. You take 7 minutes to decide what to do before you finally call. And if you had two pair, you would have snapped it off. That's the truth, and you can't tell me any different. So anyway, he makes the call. I win the pot with 3 sixes, and that's a good way to start the vlog, doubling up on the first hand. And I got a little piece of him, and that's good because, like I said, he became my enemy, and we kind of went back and forth this entire vlog. You're not going to see all those hands because there were too many to count, but you're going to see the big ones, I'll tell you that much. Hand number 2, same sort of thing going on here. We got another straddle. This one's $8. It's a different dude. It's a guy to my left, not my arch nemesis. He was a nice guy from what I remember. He was nice to me at the table. You don't really know anybody, so he could have been a crazy serial killer outside the game. But in the game, he was fine. Not my nemesis at all. Now, here I have a 10 of spades and a 9 of diamonds, and there's like 7 people in the pot, and I just want to win. I just want to win the money. I don't want to see a flop. I just want to win. So I raised it, made it $60. And then the under the gun dude was like, I have an $8 hand. But I can also call 60, which doesn't make a lick of sense. And then the under the gun plus one guy's like, I also have an $8 hand, and I also can call 50. And that also does not make any sense. Now this guy, the second guy, I got a little beef with him, and here's my beef. He bought into this game for $100. Okay, you probably are thinking, well, Adam, not everybody can buy in for the maximum. I'm not making fun of him for not buying in for the maximum, because not everybody can. But he can, because he won the bad beat like a couple weeks ago for $60,000. He can most certainly buy into this game for the maximum. So when he sat down with $100, I was like, oh, sweet, he's going to be like super loose and aggressive. Oh, no, I didn't. Not. Here I make it 90. Now, I don't know, guys. 2 hearts out there. There's an overcard. My kicker kind of sucks. Could have saw the turn for free. I don't know how much I like that $90 bet. What am I doing? Am I betting for value or am I bluffing? Who knows? We go to a turn card. The bad beat dude's the only guy who came along. Ace of hearts on the turn, and when he fires out $200, I told you from my read earlier, I don't think that this guy's just out here, bluffing with his muffin. I just don't see it. Maybe he is. Maybe he's just like playing into his image, but I kind of doubt it. So I throw the hand away, and kind of wasted some money there just trying to steal it. This looks like a straddleless hand for once. It folds all the way to the button, and he makes it $10 to go, and I have a suited 5-7 one-gapper, they call it, so I'm coming along, and the big blind comes along, and then I flop open-ended. Nobody puts any money in, so when the 9 hits the turn, I'm doing a little song and dance in my head. I have a straight, I have is that a second nuts? I think so. I bet 10. I get snap raised to 25 from the big blind, and then the button, he's got this cute idea that he's going to be able to call the 25 and see the turn card. And when I say turn card, I mean river card. And he's not going to be able to see the river card, at least not for $25. I want to raise it up with my straight, get a little bit of value. So I make it 135. That's a $110 raise. I'm no mathematician. And the big blind, he didn't actually think that long. He just makes the call. Makes me kind of think he might have a hand like 9-7. Like a pair of 9s and an open and straight draw, or he might have spades. River card is a spade. Don't like it. Check it. He checks right behind. Once he checks behind, I know that he probably did have a hand like 9-7 or, something like that. And I win the pot. So didn't get all the money that I could have gotten, with that river spade, but I'm okay with it. Another hand, another straddle. This one's $6. And folds over to my nemesis, who comes in there for 30. A long time ago, Bart Hansen was talking on his show. We'd listen to him like on long drives for something to do. And I remember him talking about how valuable the suited ace was. And I completely misapplied his lesson because I thought he meant never fold it. And Grace was like, oh, no, he meant like never fold it for a reasonable price because you can flush somebody. And I was like, nah, I think he meant never fold it for like any dollar amount. And even saying that right now, I'm like, what? Why would I ever think that that's what he meant? I'm not going to go broke in this hand, so it's not like there's like a lesson I should have learned. But big blind makes it $35, and I have a heart draw and moxie. So I make it 80 to go. Why? Because I have moxie, and I want to win. I want to make it 80 here, and he'll probably call, and I'll barrel on the river whether I make it or not. That's the plan, and there's the knot. And there goes the plan out the window. I check it. Ace high's no good. He flips over queen 5 of clubs, and my nemesis beats me. Okay, so we had straddle and call. And then it gets to my nemesis on the button, and he makes it 40. I didn't film the very beginning of this hand. I promise you I have king 10, and I'll prove it later. I call the $40, which in its own right is questionable. When you're up against a guy that you don't like, you sometimes call out of spite, and that's what happens here, and I get rewarded. Flop comes ace, queen, jack, giving me the nuts, and I go ahead and check, as has been my play against this fellow. Let him hang himself. They call the rope-a-dope, and I'm rope-a-doping. He bets $105, and I ain't going nowhere. There's not a single turn card that is scary, so I just call. Not saying there aren't turn cards that I can be beat with. I'm just not concerned. I'm not going to fold to this guy, so it makes no difference. I'm just calling. Turn card's safe. That's a 7 of clubs. I checked that one. Gonna let him fire, and he does. He bets $235. And now my strategy changes because I need to get all the money in because I don't want a skewy card to come on the river. Like if a club comes, he might not get it all in. So I raised to $10.50. Also, if a king or a 10 hits, he might not get it all in. He tanks for a very long time. I, of course, made it go a lot faster because we don't have time to watch somebody think. He eventually makes the call with ace-jack, which is a losing hand, as you can see by that graphic there. And the dealer flips up that deuce of hearts. The dealer's name is Rob. He's a super nice guy. I actually give him a nice old fat tip after this hand as we send my nemesis packing. I win the $2,500 pot, and that's a great way to end the night. He doubled me up on my first hand, and I took him out on his last hand. And what does Dimitri Noble say? Take him out on a stretcher.
A profitable session. In for 800, out for 3,160. Grace is checking, make sure there's no one behind. It's going to rob us. I'll do the closing from the next location because we're going to our favorite St. Louis late night restaurant. My favorite.
Known for breakfast, but we do serve dinner. We're open 24 hours a day. Specialty pancakes mainly. And we're also known for our house salad.
What did I get the last one?
What the hell's on my face?
That's a zit.
That's a zit? I'll be. Like I said, in the game, I don't want to say it too loud because there's hooligans in here, but in the game for 800, out for 3160. The game ended up being okay because there was one guy at the table who, what can I say? I coolered the guy, really. I mean, he had 2 purrs and I had a straight, and he didn't believe me, and I win. So, if you guys like these videos, if you like seeing, those like chocolate.
You haven't eaten anything.
I know, but that's what it looks like. If you guys like these videos, do me a favor and hit the button. It's a big red one. It says subscribe. Do that. Leave a comment if you like. That's the least important thing, though. Hitting the subscribe button and the thumbs up are the 2 most important, I think. And then share this video with all your friends and family, and go to church and tell everybody there to pray for me. And I'll see you guys. We're going to Vegas tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but this weekend, and I'll see you from there. Good luck to everybody, and goodbye. I mean, it still looks like chocolate. Where else can you get toasted raviolis for an appetizer and a waffle with goop?